Hi, I'm Marc, and welcome to the weekly Outside Views report on the politics of the European Union. The Commission last week adopted a retail investment package that puts the interest of consumers at the heart of relevant investments. The aim is to enable retail investors, that means individual investors, to make investment decisions that suit their needs and preferences and to ensure that they are treated fairly and are adequately protected. This will give retail investors confidence to invest with confidence in the future and reap the full benefits of the EU's Capital Markets Union. One of the three main objectives of the Commission's Capital Markets Union Action Plan 2020 was to make the EU a safer place to invest for citizens for the long term. And this package aims to achieve this goal and encourage participation in EU capital markets, which has traditionally been lower than in other countries, such as the United States, even though European savings rates are very high. Promoting the Capital Markets Union is also an essential means of channeling private finance into the economy and financing the green and digital transitions. The package includes ambitious and far-reaching measures to improve the way retail investors are provided with information about investment products and services so that they receive more meaningful and standardized information by adapting disclosure rules to the digital age and investors' growing preferences for sustainable investments. And they want to have more transparency and better comparability of costs by using a standard format and terminology. This will ensure that investment products offer retail investors value for money, ensuring that all retail investors receive a clear overview of the investment performance of their portfolio at least once a year. And they address potential conflicts of interest in the distribution of investment products by prohibiting incentives for sales only, that means without advice, and ensuring that financial advice is aligned with the interests of retail investors. Stricter safeguards will also be introduced and transparency increased in areas where incentives are permitted. And they want to protect retail investors from misleading marketing practices by ensuring that financial intermediaries, for example advisors, are fully responsible for the use and misuse of their marketing communications, even if they are made via social media or via celebrities or other third parties responsible for them, and they receive remuneration or incentives. They want to maintain high standards of professional qualifications for financial advisors as well. Empowering consumers to make better financial decisions by encouraging member states to implement national measures to promote financial literacy among citizens regardless of their age is another one. And they should be regardless of social and educational background. And they should reduce administrative burdens and improving the accessibility of products and services for sophisticated retail investors by making the criteria for being recognized as a professional investor more proportionate. And they want to improve supervisory cooperation to make it easier for national competent authorities and ESAs to ensure that rules are applied correctly, effectively, and consistently across the EU and to jointly fight fraud and wrongdoing. This package has a broad scope and takes into account the entire consumer investment process. It consists of an amending directive, amending the existing provisions of the Markets in Financial Instruments directives, the Insurance Distribution Directive, the Undertakings for Collective Investment in Transferable Securities Directive, the Alternative Investment Fund Managers Directive, and the Directive on the Taking Up and Pursuit of the Business of Insurance and Reinsurance. That's the so-called Solvency II. And an amending the regulation on retail and insurance-based investment products. Investor protection rules are currently set out in various sector-specific legal instruments, for example, in the MiFID, but also in the Solvency II and many other rules. The rules can vary from financial instrument to financial instrument and can sometimes be inconsistent, making the cumulative requirements for retail clients totally confusing. At the same time, digitization has led to changes in distribution models and new forms of distribution for financial instruments for small investors. Over the past 3 years, the Commission has examined the evidence base for this proposal, including an in-depth study of key retail investor issues, means disclosures, advice, inducements, suitability, and extensive public consultations, and has sought numerous opinions from ESA stakeholders over the EU. And if you want to know more about the politics of the European Union or other places in the world, the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.